Hey, I'm back. It's Jahmad, man. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're reviewing EsMod, Table for One. As a disclaimer, I have heard this album before, maybe about 4 or 5 times. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. And as usual, the album gonna be boom! Right here, man. Let's go!
Hey, I'd like to make a reservation.
Sure thing. For how many?
Can we get the whole restaurant?
Sure. Come on in.
Hey, hey, hey. Now all my people eating, we some fools and some heathens. Most of the time I like cohesion, but my soul is never weakened. My shoes ain't the cleanest, but that means I got a story to tell. And if your shoes stay white, you ain't doing it right. Mama told me don't chase these women and don't get nobody pregnant. Focus on your academics, get a degree and find a living. God sees me sinning and he still keeps me healthy and well. I know my ancestors wishing me well. Hey, sit down, come eat with me. Take a seat, come eat with me. Leave your wallet at home, it's all on me. Grab a seat and come eat with me. Hey, now I'm 21, still single with some big dreams. My ambition's getting bigger, need a big team. Eat a lot of veggies so my eyes are getting too green. Please, and I've got a thing for beautiful women. I'm too mean, but she say I got a beautiful vision. Cause I'm always present, hit the function and the session. Grind hard so one day I can ball like the Celtics. Leave your wallet at home, it's all on me. Grab a seat and come eat with me. Hey.
That is the intro and Reservation. It's basically the intro track transitioned into Reservation. So it's one whole track, but it's separate on the track list. With Reservation/intro, one of my favorite songs on here, man. I really like the subject matter of this song. I like the hook a lot. What he say? He say, yeah, come eat with me, take a seat, come eat with me. Leave your wallet at home, it's all on me. Man, it's crazy because this man actually did that, man. In the Memphis community, he holds these events, right? Or he used to host them, where, you know, we would come together as artists and speak with each other. You know, just about music, film, other creative avenues, how it's, you know, impacting the artistic community and just the community of Memphis as a whole. So, hey, this man is dead ass when he say that. The lyrics itself, though, I love it. I love the rhymes. Him just being true to himself. He's really talking about something while the track itself feels so good, right? It kind of make you want to groove a little bit. I mean, y'all saw it, man. I was you know what I'm saying? Like, and look, I can turn that on, man. Like, and if I want to listen to the lyrics, I can hear it. But if I just want something where I just am seriously just wanting to just vibe out, I can turn this on and be cool with that. Good job on this song, man. We're moving on to the next one.
To the left, rock to the right, grab you a friend and rock through the night. Grab you a friend and have a good time. High vibrations, our souls on the climb.
It's a warm night in the middle of summer. My friends going to a party and they told me to come. Never been a party type, but I'll pull up for the crew. So they popping out at 10, I'll be ready in a few. I'm new to the function, so I mind my space. Then I met the shorty in the corner of the party. Said I'd like to get to know you, said she wanna know my body. It was clear she didn't wanna take a minimal role. I'm a player, so you know I had to lock in the mood. Though I don't like parties either, baby, what you tryna do? So we
rock to the left, rock to the right. Grab you a friend and rock through the night. Grab you a friend and have a good time. High vibrations, our souls on the climb.
It's a cool morning in the middle of summer. I done kicked it with the shorty till the sun came up. She said, damn, I ain't really mean to say that much, but something about you makes it easy to open up. She feels safe. She's scared of love and her heart is getting heavier. The risk is getting scarier. The thought has got her tearing up. What's the plan? She don't want this night to end. Take her hand and we and slide. Now rock, slide, slide, rock, glide, groove, and slide. Now rock, now glide.
Rock to the left, rock to the right. Grab you a friend and rock through the night. Grab you a friend and have a good time. High vibrations, our souls on the climb. Rock to the left, rock to the right. Grab you a friend and rock through the night. Grab you a friend and have a good time. High vibrations, our souls on the climb.
That's the third track. It is called House Party. Oh, this song right here, again, another vibey song, but as you can tell in the lyrics, EsMod made this song because he wanted to get you dancing, man. That move to the left, that rock to the right, man, this, whew. And so far, really, this whole front half of the album kind of gives you that feeling, at least based off the beat alone. I will say this, too. It kind of reminds me of the Cha-Cha Slide song, right? Maybe that was a bit of an inspiration for this song, because it's like Cha-Cha real smooth. And then they be like, you know, move to the, stop your feet left and then right and stuff like that. I knew it reminded me of something. I fucks with that, man. I don't know if that was your true intention, EsMod, but hey, I appreciate you paying homage to that song, because, you know, that's a song that's played in like every family reunion or any get together, period, especially in like the black community. So yeah, that's a great song, man. Go ahead and move on to the next one.
Okay, I'm living fast, always in a rush. I'm like a red dog, man, I'm feeling like Rush. I'm running late for work, late to home, late to her. People absent for the process, but be first to rate the work. I ain't got no sense of time like a watch from City Trends. My day just come and go like a TikTok trend. We play tic-tac-toe in the dirt back then, but I got goals like Messi. Hoes tryna press me, but I got tunnel vision on the plan like Capri. Leave my job, greetings from an iridescent sun. Crash asleep, at least I don't have insufficient funds. And I'm always on the move, got the groove like an emperor. You'll never see me next to ya, I got something to prove. I think my old employer called, he needs help at his new shack. I gotta get my money up, so anything is cool. Same week, got an internship to teach at a school. Same month, started signing up, performing my tunes. Fresh off a heartbreaker, bounce back, sounded good. By the end of July, the internship was over, and my only co-worker in the mall stopped showing. Mr. One-Man team in full effect once again, but the workload had more side effects than a coma. Overworked like a bad club and a bouncer. Good or bad, completely underwhelmed by the outcome. Mascot of the straight face, emotionally displaced, to the point I asked them not to sing on my birthday. If I can't feel a thing, then what's the point of being here? I was numb and sober, trying to keep my focus so my soul doesn't wash away like erosion. Questions, I'm still on the move, got the groove like an emperor. You'll never see me next to ya, I got something to prove. Always been the type to work harder than I have to. A stranger to limits, that goes for all my tasks. My life's a passion project, I ain't finna half-ass. Not a damn thing that's given to me. And as I try to get a grasp of my purpose, recognize what my worth is. Notice that my youth is the prize of the moment. Losing time while I'm working, I should try to preserve it. Cause we know that these jobs don't give a damn when we hurting. Cause our bond is strictly professional. It's just business. While I'm moving back their decimals, I'm thinking about the decibels that's gonna help me turn this album into a collectible. The rich eat the poor, then judge us the most. They born into money, inherit the nerve to boast. American dreams a hoax. Leave my job, greetings from an iridescent sun. Crash asleep, at least I don't have insufficient funds. And I'm always on the move, got the groove like an emperor. You'll never see me next to ya, I got something to prove.
That was the fourth track. It's called Greetings from an Iridescent Sun. That is also one of my favorite songs on this album. The storytelling is immaculate. The subject matter is immaculate and much needed in this climate. And I relate to it so hard, bro. With these jobs and shit and how they will replace you at any moment, at any time. Yet they want you to give them a 2 weeks notice. They can fire you whenever. Shit like that, man. And how it's just impacting your mental health. Especially when you ain't getting paid nothing. At least getting paid what you're worth. Man, I really appreciate this song. Bro. It's one of my favorite songs for a reason. The hook is there, lyrics are there. Bro, you were rhyming, you were spitting on this jump, man. Yeah, I can tell you really passionate about it too. We need songs like this more often. With you being more so of a local artist, you know, the mainstream acts not gonna really talk about stuff like that. Because of course, not to say they've never experienced this, because I'm sure they have at some point, but within their current life as an artist, again, talking about mainstream artists, they don't really go through that no more. And sometimes, or maybe maybe on purpose, I'm sure. They don't feel the need to talk about that, because for one, it's like, I guess that's not what their base might not want to hear. Of course, it depends on the artist, right? You know, you got conscious rappers, you got trap rappers, you got whatever. So, EsMod, man, I love that song, bro. Like, I go back to that a lot. Also, I will say the production, too. Chef's kiss, bro. When that beat dropped, that bro, everything about this song, that's like a at least minimum 8 out of 10 song for me. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the 5th track.
Hating on the bass, hating on the bass. Late nights laying in my bed, thoughts racing. 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. pacing around my room, around the city, dodging work for some bitches. Know I should be chasing riches. Try to tell a nigga about your fears and they cracking up. Outside point of view, my niggas say this shit ain't adding up. Angel of death in the streets, watching me, and he staring me down. Said the clock is ticking, I won't go until I'm done. They gon' miss me when I'm gone.
That was the 5th track. It's called Interlude First Draft. Short song. I like the production and how simplistic it was because it allowed you to, you know, get your thoughts out more clearly. I want to know who your producer is, EsMod. If you produce yourself or if you produce with some other people. Because, bro, every song so far, as far as production, has been amazing. Same for, you know, subject matter and all that too, and vibes and all that. But I love what you was talking about in that too. That line where you was like, you tell somebody your fears and they just start like laughing at you. I can relate to that, bro. And I'm also guilty of it too. Maybe that's a little bit hypocritical, but sometimes, you know, people be serious about this stuff and it's like, bro, this ain't a laughing matter, bro. Like, I'm opening up to you or something, you know what I'm saying? You just laugh in my face. I feel where you coming from with this song, bro. Great song. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one.
Yo. Heavy steps, walking lifestyles, an anomaly. People think they run it single-handedly, monopoly. You know I can switch it up, but I'm not on an odyssey. Please don't hit my phone unless you're ready for a colloquy, the policy. Hard work till all my whisper words are heard audibly like XOXO girls when they gossiping. Everywhere I look, I'm surrounded by the darkest gins, circling around me as they feed into my cathartic veins. Wanna see me do the darkest sins, my heart is hardening like a metapod, and I get the green for common sense. Unlike y'all, I have no limit to my power. I got trust issues, don't feel bad when I move off that. If you ain't trying to help me, homie, then delete my contact. If you disrespect me, it's on sight with a contact, and I won't miss, I see you clear through these contacts. You gon' keep on trying to dim my light and quit my shining, but you lying to yourself, cause my flame is never dying. You want dull and I say vibrant, still my vibrance. You a pirate, never land if you chasing me and never get acknowledged. Cause my heavy steps, walking lifestyles, an anomaly. People think they run it single-handedly, monopoly. You know I can switch it up, but I'm not on an odyssey. Please don't hit my phone unless you're ready for a colloquy, the policy. Everywhere I look, I'm surrounded by the darkest gins, circling around me as they feed into my cathartic vents. The blade just keeps on sharpening.
That was the 6th track. It's called Ankle Weights. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You was snapping, man. Legit, like you said at the end of the song, that man was sharpening his pen on this whole man. Man, that man was rapping crazy. So far, that's the most rapping song on this album so far. And I'm gonna be honest, at first, when I first heard that song, I wasn't too big of a fan of it for some reason. But after listening to the album a few times, it started coming around to me. I don't know what it was. I think it might have been the beat. The beat itself, it's a good beat. I'm just not like crazy for it like I am for like Greetings from an Iridescent Sun or like Reservation or something. But the highlight of that song is you rapping, bro. Like, the passion was coming out, what you were talking about, like, everything as far as you rapping was like on point. Dope ass song, man. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the 7th track.
Tell them I want out, I'm sick of having doubts, feel like I'm in a drought. Silent when I'm speaking, I think she can't hear me now, won't hear me out, I'm feeling less than human. I can't see the future. Dear God, I've never been the ungrateful type. My mother raised me well, through her you gave me a better life. I swore to you one day that I'd make it at any price. I'll keep my chin up as you challenge my will to fight. Now I hide cause I can't stop this demon brewing inside my heart. People judge me but can't see the abuse that's behind my scars. I put my all in every song, I swear I'm tuning into my heart. And all these folks that take it light can't feel the wounds that's behind my art. Daddy's fighting stage 4 cancer. What's coming after? Now my granny's sick and almost passing in the same chapter. My life's a storybook and the author's Daniel Handler, but my series of unfortunate events was far from over. 2 homies shot and didn't make it. Now my girl don't wanna stay. I'm trying to keep it all together. Then my grandma passed away. Working through the pain, I'm having breakdowns on my lunch break. My family's getting smaller, got 2 finals due at 8. Feeling like a blind soldier in a field of mines. I might meet up with the bottom of a bottle just to find closure. God, I'm asking, can we end it? Another call, my homie Ghoul is breathless in South Memphis. We just reconnected. At this point, I'm losing touch. I'm losing everyone I love. Why can't I tell them I want out? I'm sick of having doubts, feel like I'm in a drought. Silent when I'm speaking, I think she can't hear me now, won't hear me out, I'm feeling less than human. I can't see the future, why can't I ignore this feeling? You and mom were the only people keeping me alive. I ain't been in her backyard ever since I heard you died. The backyard where I taught you to climb, where I taught you to dig, where I taught you to fight, my partner in crime. My only wish is that those lessons were enough for you to survive. Now there's a hole in my wall, and my fist has a perfect fit. My bedroom carpet drenched with tears, it gives me patience in my fit. Bringing me into this world was a mistake. I want my grandma back, I want my kitten back, I want my homies back, I want my happy back. Can't seem to smile now, can't keep my chin up in the moonlight. I don't know if I'ma make it, I swear I'm not ungrateful. Why can't I tell them I want out? I'm sick of having doubts, feel like I'm in a drought. Silent when I'm speaking, I think she can't hear me now, won't hear me out, I'm feeling less than human. I can't see the future, why can't I ignore this feeling?
That's the 7th track. It's called I Want Out. So off rip, man. That's another one of my favorite songs because it's so relatable, bro. In this lifetime, you deal with so much shit, man. Like from people in your family passing away, dealing with shit at work, you know, things that's out of your control, which of course you can't, again, control that, but sometimes it's taxing on your mental state and your body and your health, you know, and it's like, I didn't sign up for this. I mean, they're talking to God or the universe or whatever, and it's like, why bring me here if I'm gonna suffer? I definitely get the topic and subject matter behind this whole song, especially if it's like in a period of time where it seems like nothing is good is happening for you, and it's like, bro, do I for really even still want to be here? I mean, like, do I still want to live, man? Like, dead ass. Nothing going right for me. What's the point of this? I get it, bro. I get it. Life is hard, man. Especially a black man, just coming from the black community or as minorities, especially in this country, in America. Everything's stacked against you. You gotta work harder. Ain't nothing wrong with working harder. Trust me, I'm gonna work hard. You work harder than your average person, as a matter of fact. It seems like EsMod does the same thing. And I can just tell, based off what he does with his music and within the community, man. A lot of people are not willing to do what this man EsMod has done. And so I gotta give him props for that, man. Between that song and Greetings from an Iridescent Sun, they about neck and neck for me. So relatable, man. Like, I love relatable music. It's like the soundtrack to your life. So I'm always gonna support that type of music. Is why I support this man and his music, man. I just want to go back to the whole I want out situation. Sometimes, of course, it's not always wanting out of life, but maybe just out your situation. Like, I've been there before, where it's like, okay, I don't really want to live in this particular situation, so let me go work at a job where it's like, okay, I'm not being paid what I'm worth. I may not be necessarily on the best terms with like my coworkers or something, or management or whatever, but I gotta go here and work because I gotta reach this other goal that I'm trying to get to. Just say maybe a living situation, you know, go to work so I can be able to afford this place so I can stay. And then when you get the place, it's like you still gotta pay the bills, upkeep the house, you still got everyday living expenses. It's like, man, It's just so much stuff you gotta go through. We always gonna push through, never give up, man. We didn't got this far in life, keep going, bro. At the end of the day, the journey is what matters, and it makes the reward sweeter. That's how I look at it, man. Okay, the production, I love the production as well. Every song on here so far has been great as far as production, bro. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next song.
Rest in peace, WRCO. Picture something bigger than life. I wear my grandson title with the biggest of pride. I rode my grandmother to her grave with tears in my eyes, and I'm proud of her, she put up a fight. I'm talking months in the hospital, 2 weeks of house care, 1 week of hospice. She passed at 83 years. No end to the escort line, to the funeral. People came to honor her life from every corner of the globe. I'll conquer the world with kindness, a light so bright until it's blinding. In the face of hardship, I'll smile through it and keep my soul pure through life. On Inshallah. Inshallah. Grief, one of life's greatest teachers, takes you to your lowest, but for some it's what they needed. You could go one of two ways, could get left crumbled for days and make you lose your way or find the meaning. Good grief, the grief that exceeds, the grief that can teach, not the grief that defeats, the grief that dissolves, not the grief that repeats.
That was the 8th track. It's called Uma's song, Good Grief. Immediately, this was another one of my favorite songs off this album because I lost my grandmother as well. It was in 2022. She was in and out the hospital, even prior to 2022. In like 2016, 2017, she was in the hospital for like a year straight, dealing with like, I believe it was sepsis, the blood virus or whatever that is. Some other health issues like pneumonia and all of that, bro. She got over that and ended up finally being able to come home around 2018, 2019. Would be in and out of rehab and stuff around that same period. Then end up getting COVID in 2020. Then got it again in 2022. And then when she went to the hospital and back to rehab, end up passing, man. Bro, I get emotional when I listen to that song, dog. I'm gonna be honest. Like EsMod was saying, it's like with the grief part, it's good to it and it's bad to it. The grief, it can get you both depressed, but it can also kind of get you inspired, right? I go through ups and downs with being depressed or, inspired just based off things that has transpired within my life, especially over the past 5, 6, 7 years, dealing with people that I love dying or, like my goals or just being broken shit. It gets me down, but at the same time, it inspired me to go hard for them, man. I feel that that's what EsMod was trying to do here with this song, pay homage to his grandmother, while also saying that he's going to help keep her legacy alive through him and his music. And I would say he's been successful with that because, as you can see right now, I'm reviewing a man's song. So rest in peace to his grandmother for sure. Your grandmother a lot of times is like your second mother. My grandma helped raise me, man, in the same house. I feel you, bro. Like, yeah, and again, production on that song, I really like the piano, man. The piano was killing it. The piano had a verse itself, goddamn. It was like, dun, 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 dun. I was like, oh. Stellar production, man, so far. Nah, I love this song. Great job, EsMod, bro. We gonna go ahead and move on to the next one.
Sitting at my table looking at these empty seats. I was raised to see the good in people, never stop to think someone may not want the best for me. As I go through years, I grow wiser, look around me, bad intentions all I see. A man who never knew peace till he deceased. Every heartbeat felt like a beast on its feet, craving to be unleashed through all his good energy. On June 3rd of 2023, he was free. He was my father, a dad of 2 sons and 1 daughter, who's a mother, plus my mother. Think we got a lot to offer. We're moving to Memphis, no explanation. Look my parents in the eyes, fake smiles on their faces. While my brother and my mother packed their things into the car, I sat and wondered why my dad ain't do the same. And those days turn to weeks, and those weeks into years. I feel like Hachi at the station waits for Parker to appear, holding on to a hope that was faker than veneers. I was in denial, but the truth would persevere. I wouldn't cry another time for 10 years. He never told us why, as a result I start to blame myself. If I was a better son, then maybe he'd be here with us, and maybe we'd be happier. And all the habits fostered by trauma would cease to exist, like a cease and desist. So as my father turned our family to a stereotype, trauma tends to evolve. My father's isolation manifested in my life in a way so devastating that I'd end up hurting people that just wanted me to stay and say I love you, but my paranoia stayed up in the way. No longer in position to criticize what he did wrong, cause with every mistake I made I better understood. Sad family of 5 came together for the last time, crowded by the bedside for my father's dying moments. For once I saw him not as my father but as a person. Felt bad to not know his disposition in this life. Rest in peace, my father, Idris Woode. This album, Table for One, is dedicated to you.
That was the 9th song. It is called Table for One, so I guess the title track. These songs are really heavy, man. First off, rest in peace to your father, EsMod. My father's still here, but of course, I can sympathize with that. It's not easy. I'm sure losing a parent, like, that's something that I can't even imagine that, man. I mean, it's already enough to lose, your grandparents. I appreciate you being this vulnerable, bro. Because especially as, a local artist, a lot of people want to make the music that they think is going to get them views and listens, and not necessarily may not want to be as vulnerable and put stories out like this because it's not popular or something, right? So I gotta give you 100% respect for making these kind of songs. These are the type of songs that stand the test of time. They may not be, the most popular right now, but in the future, somebody gonna find it. I appreciate the story, man. It really was resonating. Just the fact, of you, moving to Memphis and whatnot, and your pops, your siblings, how that affected your life. The instrumental on that song, great. It's a beautiful homage, man, to your father, your grandmother. I'm just truly impressed by this album so far. Of course, I've heard it, but I'm still impressed. Like, every time I listen to the songs, just the album as a whole, like, I hear, new things. And that's good, because it's like, somebody can catch everything off the first listen. And were you really talking about anything of substance, I would say? Maybe not all the time that's the case. That's really all I have to say about Table for One. We'll go ahead and move on to the next track.
My thoughts flowing like raindrops. These days they overflowing and my mind begins to flood over the things I can't control. I don't wanna keep my guard up when I meet someone I love. I know this world is unforgiving, but I think I'll press my luck. How many times am I gonna love you? How many times am I gonna trust you? How many times is she gonna bluff you? Till you open your eyes and see what's true. When you stop telling lies and you say goodbye and you start breaking ties and you ain't come through. Hate falling on me like rain. Love is my umbrella, I don't need to complain. Don't lose yourself for acceptance. You gon' lose sight of the right path and right message. Forgive yourself and all your mistakes. They don't define you now, in fact they never did. I hope you realize your worth today. Treat yourself kindly because you deserve the worthy praise. These worldly days don't mean a thing, the universe so vast. My earthly ways are countless, I announce them like the cast. Falling on me like rain. Love is my umbrella, I don't need to complain. Don't lose yourself for acceptance. You gon' lose sight of the right path and right message.
That was the 10th track. It's called Rooba. I like that song too. I will admit though, for some reason, again, when I first heard this song, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but now I like it. I feel what EsMod was doing with this song was saying, considering all the things that I've been through, I still need to recognize my achievements at the end of the day and, love on me. That is of most importance when you're going through this life thing, man. I love the instrumental. I think the instrumental is initially what brought me back into it, and then the lyrics, because I ain't gonna lie, that end break with Divide violin. Woo, man, that man was killing it. EsMod, for anybody that don't know, he also played the violin, man. This is a great song. We'll go ahead and move on to the next one.
So obsessed with aviation, you can call me Tombo. Always been infatuated, seeing something newer. Something that'll make my feet move like bongos. Or find women on the street that look like Vogue models. Cause whatever must be better than the storm I've been weathering. Times can get rough, get hard like sediment. But rocks get smoother when the storm finally settles in. Cause when it falls down, who you gon' call now? I need new ground, gotta make a move now. I hope my mind's right when I know the time's right. I think it's finally time. So to check your man's chin is a burning desire. Blow a bag on my brand so I'm winning in style. We go from grinning to smiles, these girls send kisses from miles away. Brothers off to Colombia so he can get his masters. In the South, people had to answer to their masters. Starving artists still getting robbed of their masters. And all the money going to some money-sick bastards.
Alright, we almost done with the album. That was the 11th track. It is called Vigodsky's Peacock. Hopefully I said that right. Well, I like that song too. That was also one of the songs that I wasn't just too high up on, but I like it. I like that hook too. I like the production on this song. I will say, when I first heard this instrumental, it immediately reminded me of a No Name instrumental or Saba or Smino instrumental or something like that. Whole Ghetto Saves group, their affiliates and stuff. It reminded me of that. It's kind of got a nostalgic feeling to it, meaning the instrumental, because of that. When No Name dropped Telephone 2016, Smino Black Swan, Saba Bucket List Project, those albums, they have instrumentals that are similar to this. I'm not sure if that was your intention, EsMod. If it was, man, look, I appreciate the homage, and if not, of course, it's still dope either way it go, man. Cool song. Again, it's not like my favorite or anything, so I don't go back to it that much at all. We'll go ahead and move on to the next one.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. I believe if you have gone through a struggle in your lifetime, gone through a very hard period, challenges after challenges after challenges, you shouldn't just move on with your life like nothing happened. You deserve to celebrate. My personal opinion. Feeling like a king, I might be overdosed on confidence. Baby, can you praise me? My drive grows with your acknowledgement. Took too long to feel like this, so can you promise this? When I pop my shit, don't take my faith and self for arrogance. Really, I don't give a shit, think what you want to, bitch. I got niggas DM hating every time I post a pic. I got foes I've never met, cause I've got hoes I've never met. Yo, girlfriend loves my hustle, niggas see me as a threat. Got up off my ass, cause this money ain't gon' make itself. This music ain't gon' write itself. This smile ain't gon' fake itself. Got 99 problems, hope success is my 100. They say, EsMod, where you been at? How you living? Shit redundant. I've been busy, I've been tired, I've been played, I've been tried. I ain't back down from the fight, now it's goodbye to hard times.
That was the last track, but it was 2 tracks. So the 12th track is called You Deserve to Celebrate and Be Celebrated Interlude. So it's like the introduction of the last track. The official last track is the 13th track called New World Order. EsMod, bro. I like how you wrapped the album up, man. As far as emotions go within the album, it went from being real vibey-like and, you know, feeling good to somewhere in the middle-ish and just kind of having, you know, more of a down tone to the album as far as emotions because of the things that I've mentioned previously. And then, you know, you wrapped it back up to ultimately at the end, you gotta appreciate yourself, appreciate life, because we only get one life, man, and as far as we know, at least one life on Earth. Yeah, New World Order, bro. That's a dope-ass song, man. I remember I went to your show at the bar DKDC, and like, I think that was one of your last shows in Memphis, and we were like, we want to hit New World Order, and you played that joint. That made me like this song a lot more than what I initially heard it, because live, bro, this jump was jumping, man. I was like, oh shit. damn, like, New World Order, bro, is just a really fun song, man. You know, hey, you were rapping on that junk, talking shit, man. I go back to that song here and there for sure, man. But that's really all I got to say about it. I'll go ahead and get into my overall review of this album. Again, the album is called EsMod Table for One, bro. And I kind of briefly, I guess, kind of touched on this as I was reviewing the last track, New World Order. Started off pretty vibey, middle ended up being more emotional due to those heavy tracks or heavy subject matters and whatnot. Then wrapped it back up to Love Yourself. And I think that's the gist of the album. There's not a single song on here that I dislike. Of course, there are some songs on here that I like more than others. So some like Reservation, Greetings from an Iridescent Sun, I Won't Out, Uma Song, Table for One. Those are like some of my favorite songs on here. If I had to really choose one to be my ultimate favorite song, it would either be Greetings from an Iridescent Sun or I Won't Out. Uma Song would probably be either 2 or 3. Actually, no, Uma Song would be 3, my bad. I Won't Out or Greetings from an Iridescent Sun would be 1 or 2. What an album. Like, you took us on a journey with this album. I'm sure you set out to do that. This album will be in my rotation really for the rest of my life, if I'm being honest. This is one of them albums, to me, that would stand the test of time. Because again, when you're talking about relatable subject matter, everybody's gonna go through that at some point within their life. Well, of course, maybe not every single person, but a lot of people will, right? The production on this album, you killed the production, dog. Let me know, bro. Did you produce all these by yourself, or did you produce it with, a few homies, or what? Because there's not a single song on here that had bad production, man. Also, the interludes on this album, too, great. The intro, that's probably my favorite, I guess, even though it's not an interlude, but it's my favorite break leading up into the main song. Oh, I also need to mention this, too. On one of the songs, he was talking about your kittens, man. He was like, I hold my kitten back. I've grown up with cats my whole life. Literally, since I was in, like, the 1st grade, that's when I first remember getting my first cat. Then I got another cat in like the 3rd grade. Then I got another cat in like 6th, 7th grade. And then my grandma ended up getting some more cats when I was like a junior in high school. During my junior year, it was 2 cats that my grandma had got. But all the other times that I just mentioned, it was only 1 cat. So in all, we have 5 cats. 4 of them died, man. It hurt me, bro. I feel you when you say that you miss your kittens, man, and the cats, because I have an emotional connection with animals. I mean, how could you not when you grew up with them your whole life? Like, they're like a part of your family. I bring that up to say, too, that I love the album cover, with you holding the cat up, and you got your violin next to you, and I'm glad I copped your vinyl, too, bro. Like you said, this album gonna be like one of them collectibles at some point in time, man. I'm not gonna lie, when I turn this album on, it doesn't seem like it's that long, even though it's 41 minutes. Because it's like you keep the listener engaged. If you can do something like that, you got the listener, bro. I don't think I have heard an album from a artist from Memphis that was this emotionally driven. That includes mainstream acts, semi-mainstream acts, local acts. At least as far as the hip-hop world, I have to give you your props for that. Not everyone is willing to go this deep on subject matter, bro. I don't have much else to say about the album. I'll go ahead and get into my score now. .8. Not too bad. Not too bad, man. Based off of my scale, that is between excellent and amazing, I believe. But more so, tearing on the excellent side, because an excellent is a 9, a perfect is a 10, and an amazing is a 8. It's pretty much excellent, man. I mean, how could it not be if I like every single song on it? Congratulations on this album, man. Thank you for making this album, EsMod, bro. Keep making music. Keep doing what you're doing in the community, man, because we need stuff like that. Thank you for anybody that has tuned into this video. I really appreciate it sincerely, and helping to, support local artists, semi-mainstream artists, because to me, a lot of these artists, they make music just as good or even better than mainstream artists, man. Stay tuned. I will be back. It's Jahmad's Orb. I'm out!